And as people evolve in their journey as founders, they taste success as well as failures. What are some of those pitfalls, both in terms of success and failure, that you help your founders manage? Because I think both success and failure can trip you up. So, how do you navigate that relationship with your founders as they move on their journey?
I would look at it this way. There's a very famous poem that's taught to school children across the Commonwealth, if you will, by Kipling, called If, right? And it's this one of these things you learn, don't really learn it in America, but you learn it in Canada. And there's a line in this great poem by this, I guess now canceled British imperial author, which is, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, there is no triumph. There is no disaster. In Hindi, sab momaya hai, right? These things are very temporary. And if you feel, the moment you feel like you're at your peak of triumph, I promise you disaster's around the corner. And the second you're in the darkest day of disaster, your triumph may be 6 months away. Resiliency is more important. And understanding that there's no amount of external validation that is ever going to be enough. Ever. And you can see this in the lives of high-performing people. Like if you take your typical Indian startup founder, right? Those people lived for years working, studying harder, slaving away, mugging constantly, ending hobbies, missing holidays, just for those 10 board results.
Yeah.
And that happiness lasted about a week. And then you slave and you slave and you slave and you get into IIT, and that happiness lasts for a month, right? And then it's all about getting a job. And then after that, it's about cracking the CAT. And then it's all about placement on campus. And eventually you start realizing that, hopefully, you start realizing that none of this is actually the source of lasting happiness. It's nice. It's economically very comfortable if you play your cards right. But triumph and disaster are close relatives.